Good morning. I am here this morning because I am sitting here thinking, and the thought is about me. How I am going through. At first, I wanted to call it, what did I say? A mental fatigue. First, I wanted to say mental fatigue. But as I went to go and look it up, I said, no, it's not mental fatigue because I'm not suffering from you know, a burnout or overload. But I do say, after I got my degree, I wanted to go and read because I love to read. So I wanted to just go and, just start reading, my favorite author, which is Janet Oki. And she is a Christian writer. She writes Christian fiction, and I love her writing. I just knew that, I was going to be excited, like, yeah, I can, read what I want to read after, reading and studying so much for school. Well, I sat down this morning and my Bible was open and got my coffee, after doing my, normal routine, wake up, walk, take a shower, have my coffee. I'm sitting here and I do not have the energy or the space to even read my Bible. And that's okay. I know that is a, okay thing because okay, I can think my internet has skipped again, so forgive me you all for that if my video goes out. But I'm sitting here and I'm just thinking about me thinking and just the state of where I am. It's really not a bad thing. So I renamed it. I would not call it a mental fatigue, but I would call it a mental pause because I'm noticing I'm having these moments where I'm sitting still and I'm completely doing nothing. Sometimes my mind is not even thinking about anything. I mean, nothing. And for me, it was truly at one point, it was hard for me to just sit and do nothing. Hello, good morning, Joe. In Car Edit God. Good morning, you all. I'm here this morning just talking about me thinking about me thinking. How I'm just sitting here and just nothing is coming across my mind and it's a very peaceful state for me to be in, and I'm very appreciative of it at this time in my life to just be able to just be still to think about nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. Even a year ago, I could not just sit still. Hi, Salmon. I think that's how you say your name. Good morning, everyone. So it's I'm truly grateful and thankful that I'm able to just be still and to just think about nothing. That is so beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's almost just like I said, I was sitting here watching the trees, looking at the birds go by. Um, this is the most peaceful state that I think we as being humans can be in. To me, is better than drugs. I mean, I've gotten high before. Being younger, smoking marijuana out of my mind, smoking 10 and 15 blunts at one time. But the peace that I feel, this does not compare to no high that I've ever had. And you said, where's the, Kevin said, where the proof? What do you mean, where the proof? The proof of what? Are you speaking of proof of my stillness? What are you speaking of? Not too sure. Clarify that. You said I'm talking without no proof or evidence. No proof of evidence of what? My peace? Christ is king. Yes, he is. God is king. He sure is. Okay, you guys, someone has said I'm speaking without no proof or evidence. I'm not sure what proof or evidence that you're speaking of, because my peace, guess what? I cannot prove that to you. You said it's everywhere. Okay, Suka said it's everywhere. Are you speaking of it's in science? I'm not sure what you all are talking about, but I'm just talking about peace of mind, a stillness. And yes, a peace. If you're speaking of peace and stillness, yes, it's everywhere. It sure is. If we can take the time to get still and feel it, see it. Yeah, it is. The existence of God, yes, is everywhere. Yep, I totally can agree with that. It sure is. It really is. Um. So yeah, it's a beautiful. It truly is a beautiful thing to be here in this state, and especially to see how we have so many people that are just saying and doing anything. I mean, anything that comes to their mind. Like, here we go again with all these school shootings and things like that. And it's like, I think about what is causing these people to not be still. What is causing that inner commotion? And I think a lot of times it's because we can't get comfortable with the feeling that we feel on the inside. Um, I remember sharing with people, and even my son, I was sharing with some people at my son's school when this is when he was younger, and we were living in the DMV area, which is the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And I was sharing with a group of people at his school that, emotions are a warning for us, right? And I believe one reason why we are so uncomfortable with anger, frustration, and situations that don't go, as smoothly as we think it should is because we don't take the time to sit with those emotions. We sit with happiness, we sit with joy, we sit with excitement, but we don't sit with anger and frustration and really feel it. So that means we have an uncomfortable relationship with anger, with frustration, with bad situations, with, you know, things that don't go our way. So when we begin to sit with those emotions and feel it within our own self, questions will arrive. Why am I feeling so frustrated? Why am I so angry? What is causing this? Because it may not even be the situation or the person. It may be something within you that you need to shift. And I learned this, and I'm speaking this from experience. This is my experience, that once I am able to sit with the emotion and really feel it, not just, know it's there and then react. Feel it. Begin to, question, why am I feeling this way? Where is this coming from? Because I used to quote this saying too, that no one can make you feel what you feel. I don't care how much somebody is tempting you, pushing you. No one can make you feel what you feel. You control you. You control your emotions. So therefore, I came up with, after experiencing and watching people, go through these, reactions, even myself, just reacting to things. I realized that we as people do not sit with frustration. We don't sit with uncomfortable situations. We are always so ready to get out of it and, just don't feel it anymore. But that's not life. That's not living. We have to endure the good and the bad. Isn't that what our Savior did it? He endured the good and the bad. He was also tempted just like we was. And he endured that. Oh, someone said I sat with anger all my childhood. And I hope what you're saying when you say you set with it, that you've really felt it. So that means that could understand when it arises now as an adult. That okay, something is going on. What is causing me to feel this way? What triggered me? Because anger is showing there's something there. There's a problem. There's something wrong, and we need to get down to the root of it. And sometimes, guess what? We may not ever get down to the root of, what it is, but the fact of it is, you being able to sit with that emotion, and sitting with it mean that you are comfortable with the feeling coming and it not allowing you to act in anger. This is when you can gain control over how you feel, because that anger is not going to allow you to just react. Because see, you didn't set with it. You comfortable with it. You know that this is telling you something is wrong. Something then triggered you on the inside. And hey, I need to figure this out so that I don't overreact or react in the wrong way. And this is also helps maturity to come in when we are able to sit with those uncomfortable feelings. So Suki, when you said that you sat with, it looked like everyone may have gone out, but Suki, it looks like you said I sat with anger all my childhood. What does that actually mean when you say you sat with anger all your childhood? Because I can make my own assumptions of, what that actually meaning that you were just, frustrated and angry all your childhood. Or are you meaning when you sat with it, this is something that you were able to get a hold of and understand what anger truly meant? Suki, if you still here, can you answer that? Like what, when you said I sat with anger all my childhood. Oh, hi Jake. How are you? Good morning. I'm just here, of course, this is my Out Loud Diaries. And hi Angela. I am just, sharing how peaceful I feel in this moment. Um, with doing nothing, having no thoughts, um, no thoughts about anything. And I was expressing how it's a very peaceful state to be in. A very peaceful state. I also, want to talk about, emotions and, how so many of our people are, just overreacting or reacting of, from any emotion that comes, any thought that comes. And I said, I believe that it's because we have not gotten comfortable as a people with, those uncomfortable feelings, anger, frustration when situations don't go our way, to sit with that. And when we are not able to have a healthy relationship with all of our emotions, that causes us to overact, overthink. And it's important for us to take a time, like I did a video a couple of days ago about really thinking. So all of this kind of goes in the same category. We have to think. We truly have to think for ourselves. Well, hello again, Angela. How are you this morning? I'm hoping that everyone is doing fine and within their right state of mind this morning. Hoping that you all are heading towards peace or a peaceful day if you're not having one. Okay, you say you're doing good. Excellent. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Yep. That's wonderful. So yeah, I'm not going to be long. Just wanted to share that, just my peaceful state this morning, and hoping and praying that everyone else can, be in that peaceful state, or at least, learn to start navigating yourself towards peace. Let me say that, because peace is a place. It's a place within, that grounds you. And I say, especially once you are a child of God, the peace that God gives you, The world cannot give to you, and the world cannot take it away. And to me, that's the best feeling ever. So yes, I wanted to share that. It's almost about to bring tears to my eyes. Well, not about to. I feel it welling up because the world just don't understand that if you try Jesus, try him. I mean, don't just, pick it up, and then put him down as if like he's a genie in a bottle. He's not a genie in a bottle. He's a real God. He's active in our lives. When we look at, the activity that's happening in life, the earth, the air, gravity, all of that, that is him being active in our lives today. All of that is still moving, rotating the way he created it to be so that we can continue to live here on this earth, which is a gift. He said life is a gift, right? So he's active. He's active in our life every day. So if you try him, you will begin to experience something that you have never experienced before. He will show you some amazing things in just the simplest things in life, where at one point you was thinking that you needed all these grand things. You needed to have a certain type of car. You need to have a certain type of man or woman. You needed to have just so much of this extravagant stuff, when for real it's the simple things in life. Yes, Angela. Amen. I agree too, sis. It's the simple things in life that really fulfills us, as we are seeing more and more millionaires and famous people talking about how they made all of their money, but guess what? The money did not make them feel good. It just didn't. It didn't satisfy them. I was watching this one female's documentary, and actually she was from I think she was either from Philadelphia or New Jersey, and she is a millionaire. I think her net worth is maybe like 4.5 million or something like that. African American woman. Um, and she was saying that she was thinking that once she made her millions, once she made her first million, that she would be just so excited on top of the world. But she said once she made her first million, she said she realized that she became depressed, and she was so shocked because she just thought that that was going to really fulfill her. Of course, because she came from a background where she didn't have, but so to hear these stories, to me, that is confirmation for us to, for real, try Jesus. If we didn't tried everything else, we tried making money, we tried being the baddest, you know, man or woman there was, and guess what? We still wasn't satisfied. For those of us who were on drugs, bad, coke, crack, weed, whatever it may be, you realize that you get to a point, none of that's satisfying either. And that's because you need the creator who created you. You need him to fulfill you. You need him to fulfill you. That's just like for us and our parents, and how like we get into a situation, and what's the first thing we call? Who's the first thing we call on? Mom, dad. Hey mom, dad. Oh, I need my mom. I need my dad. Same for our children. So it's the same for all of us, that we need to go back to our creator, because he's the only one who can help us. He's the only one who can, give us that peace and satisfaction that we're looking for. Can't no food do it, no drugs. I don't care how much shopping you do. It ain't going to do it. It's only going to take God. So, yeah, just want to let you know, whoever, is on this journey, like, look, I'm almost 50 years old, and I'm truly embracing it with a smile, because it's just like, I mean, I don't know what 50 feel like. I ain't know what 40 felt like, but, some people made it, look bad, but I am enjoying it, because if the peace that I feel now, and this is the thing, I'm cultivating my peace. I don't have a lot of people in my environment. I don't care to have a lot of people in my environment. I don't care to connect with a whole lot of people. Yes, when I go out, I talk to people. I may talk to any and everybody, okay? Because that is me. I truly do love, as I'm out and, just saying hi, having a little conversation with people. But to really get, connected, like, no, I'm good. I'm good because I just found that less people, less drama, the less I have to hear or worry about somebody else's drama or mess. And if God orchestrated, let that be so. I'm not going to, deny it, reject it. But yeah, I'm cultivating my own peace, and this is what we all have to do. You have to cultivate your own peace, just like we cultivated the drama. And some of us don't even realize that we're cultivating drama because we're not conscious of, what we're doing, especially when we think about us being young. When we were young coming up, shoot, we was just out there having fun. We weren't thinking about and tell you the truth, yes, we are thinking about, cultivating, having fun, because we will make plans to have fun. So now as you get to a certain age and maturity kicks in, guess what? You're going to think about how to cultivate that peace and how to have, less drama in your life. And so for me, yes, I purposely cultivate my peace. I love my peace. I love being alone. I feel me. I feel alive when, I'm by myself. And of course, I'm not solely alone because I have a son. But still, just with me and my family, with me and my son, I'm at peace. There's times that I have to even shut myself away from my son to still keep my peace. I cultivate it. The same as what we all have to do. We have to cultivate that peace. Just like if you want to make a certain amount of money, guess what? You got to cultivate that. You got to make plans for it. You got to, put the, and guess what? Even though you're cultivating it to get it, people don't even realize that you have to cultivate to even protect the finances. And I'm understanding now that one of that protection is to not allowing people to know what you're making, what's going in and out of your pocket, how much you have, how much you don't have, where it's coming from. That's protecting. And guess what? I had to learn all that the hard way. But that's the fun thing of life. That is the fun thing about life. My grandfather used to say, as long as you living, you'll keep learning. If you stay open to learn. And that's me. I don't mind learning something new. I truly don't. I think it's a joy to continue to keep learning about life, about myself, about this earth that God has created, because life is truly amazing. I mean, you don't even have to go to all these different wow exotic places to really see the beauty. If we get still and start to cultivate that peace within us, we will begin to see the beauty right where we are. And if my phone is cutting off, forgive me, y'all, because, okay, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, you guys, someone was calling in on my phone, but, yeah, back to, I kind of threw my thought off a little bit, but, yeah, we have to cultivate that peace and protect it, and truly protect it. So I am Angela. You and everyone else that have came here this morning. I thank you. I appreciate everyone who stopped by to hear what I had to share this morning. This is just my out loud diaries. My personal thoughts of what crossed my mind. I write, I journal as well too. But I find, I don't know, I just kind of feel a need now to just, post just my thoughts, because I know other people, be having to the same, similar situations and things like that. And I think it's sometimes it makes us as people feel good when we hear someone else, you know, going through the same thing, good, bad, or nothing. It's like, oh, okay, it's not just me. And that's the connection that we have as people, because we are more alike than not. We are all human. Okay, made in the image of God. Whether you choose to follow him or don't choose to follow him, you were made in his image. That's the truth, and it can't be taken away. No matter what you do, who you serve, what God, small g, you serve, which way you go, you are created in the image of God. And that one thing that makes you created in the image is that you have a mind to think. He gave you free will. Free will. So it's up to you of what you choose. So you all have a wonderful day. Thank you once again for listening to my thoughts, which is my personal diary. So to you, I say amen. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And yes, share love.